Winston Gold is a junior mining company focused on high-grade, low-cost mining opportunities. And with me is the CEO, Murray Nye, and also the executive chairman, Joseph Carrabba, to tell us more and an update. So we talked about a month or so ago about what you were doing in Montana mainly. But can you give me, just for those who maybe didn't see that interview, some background on the company, how you acquired the property, and what you're doing right now? Whoever.
Sure. You're the historian of the company, so I'll yield to you.
Okay, Joe, thanks. Hi, Jane. Nice to be with you again. Yes, we had a similar operation, and we started in 2005. It was about 27 miles to the northwest of Helena. Unbeknownst to even to the property owner, there was historically 640 to 700 drill holes put into this property back between, I'm going to say, 1985 and 95 by some very good operators like Phelps Dodge and Western Energy. So the property owner didn't even know. So we had that pretty good database. So we were quite pleased to acquire this ground that way.
Okay, very interesting. And I'm just imagining this is a very capital intensive industry. You spend a lot of money, research, labor. How do you know, like, the chances are that you're going to be able to find a piece of land that's going to have some benefits?
We have the core drilling capability. We can drill from the surface, core drills, 3-inch solid holes, if you will, and pull the core out of the ground that goes across the vein, the ore-bearing vein that the gold is in. We have highly skilled analytical labs, so we can do the chemistry and see how much gold is in the deposit that we have, and then we can take that into a geological model. These new 3-dimension models that you can spin and turn in every different way, so we can get the calculations of the grade. And from there, we take it into a sophisticated financial model. So, again, at the end of the day, it's all about can you make a profit or not? It's a very sophisticated process.
Well, and I imagine technology has helped as well. I mean, is there anything on the horizon, artificial intelligence or anything that could help?
Oh, tremendously. I mean, it started some years ago when satellite imagery came in. That was picked up by the mine industry very quickly. And now with LiDAR, that you see, where it can literally take the vegetation out of the picture as it drills down, and you can see where there might be faulting in the ground, or even where if the veins come to surface, they're not eroded as fast because the rock is harder than the country rock. You can see those veins starting to be exposed. Doing things like this from the air, where it would have been boots on the ground and a lot of sampling and a lot of time and energy and money. A lot of that now is being accomplished by technology such as LiDAR to get a start with. AI is certainly being applied in many cases now in predictive maintenance for your equipment, so we can look forward. We don't wait for it to break, but we can see that coming in the future.
Mm-hmm. Now, LiDAR, that's very interesting. I mean, I know the self-driving cars use that, and I think even the new iPhones have LiDAR technology to kind of scan what's going on. So it totally makes sense that you would be.
And now they're doing it with drones instead of fixed wing aircraft even. So it's getting even cheaper, if you will, and quicker to put in place. It's quite amazing how that science is developing.
Yeah. Okay. So Murray, let's finish up with you then. Just to kind of tell me what you're looking at as we close out to 2020 here, and what 2021 might hold for the company.
Yeah. Thanks, Jane. Well, where we're at right now is, I think from the last interview, we were getting pretty close to starting some production. We're able to start up the mill. I'm pleased to report that the mill ran yesterday for 12 hours on a testing basis. So we actually ran some low grade material actually to start with, because we don't want to put any high grade and throw the gold into the tailings pond while we're testing it. But we actually put some low grade material through the mill yesterday for 12 hours. And we got we don't know what the recoveries are yet, because that's the purpose of the testing, but we've certainly got some stuff that's happening there on recovery. We'll be testing that and assaying that in our own assay lab, I might add, so we can get quick turnarounds on what the gold content is. And we're starting up our first production stope in the mine, actually. So that they just broke into the ore last night. They'll be taking what they call a drift round on ore probably today. and that'll be our first production ore coming out of the mine. And we've started our secondary escapeway. We've got that up about 35 feet right now. That's required from a safety compliance standpoint with MSHA. So everything is going very, very well. We're quite pleased with the progress we've made to date, and happy that we're actually going to probably produce some gold by the end of the year. Not a lot, but we're going to produce some.
Okay. And I know the macroeconomic environment is favorable to gold right now, just with all this government spending going on and uncertainty in the world, that that is probably, you've probably been benefiting from that also.
Absolutely. And I will say to the viewers and to all of our shareholders I talk to, while there is a lot of speculation around prices of gold going higher. Some of the major banks have got forecast out at $3,300 an ounce in 2021, and we'd be extremely happy with that, no question about it. But at $1,800, we're also got smiling all the way to the profit line as well from what we've experienced from earlier part of this decade in versus pricing. But it certainly is, with the chaos that we have, the social disruptions we have in the world, all the political stuff that has maneuvered around, as well as now all of this debt that has been accumulated, and I think appropriately so by the government for the safety nets that we need to put in place. And I certainly hope for the smaller business folks out there that the next safety net does come in before year end, and we help those folks out. But as you know, it's an inverse relationship when you have that and the dollar gets weaker with the amount of inflation that we're going to see with the debt. Gold always climbs higher. So it's a great place, as I talk to many of the investors, and they're talking to me about diversifying their portfolio, putting some of it into gold if the market were to go down due to profitability going down in the first and second quarter of next year. I think everybody's kind of tapped out on the height of real estate right now, and they're looking for another safe haven to put their different cash in and distributions in, and they're certainly starting to turn to gold as well. It's been a purveyor of wealth and storage for many, many years. It translates across the globe without any exchange rates that go with it. So yeah, we're very bullish on the market in the future for gold, both to go up, but also it's staying stable right now. Just recently in the last few days, thank God, with the vaccine that's now coming out, gold is only going down, I don't know, $20 or $30 an ounce. And I think that shows the resiliency of gold as well as people continue to diversify and put it in their portfolio.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Marie and Joseph, for continuing to update us on Winston Gold, and look forward to talking next year and getting an update.
You bet. Thank you, Jane.
Thanks, Jane. Have a happy holiday and a
yes.
happy new year.
You
For
too.
sure. Stay safe.